Hello there, welcome. This is Wendy, and I have a fun video for you today showing off the table decorations I made for my grandpa's birthday party. So we are going to use perfect parcel dies, sailing home, and itty bitty birthday stamp sets. I've got some Night of Navy ink and the classic label punch, which is really one of my favorite punches, and I don't use it very often. I don't know why, I just kind of forget about it. It's easy to forget about things when you have a huge stash of things to play with and create with, right? Recently, I saw a team member of mine, Katina, use these little mini grid papers on her projects, and I thought, oh, that's brilliant. And you can get these grid papers from Stampin' Up. They go into the Stamparatus tool, but they work fantastic for videos because they're small and they don't take up as much space. I'm using the Anchor and Night of Navy ink to stamp all over the petal parcel box, which I've already cut out in crumb cake. I cut 2 of those out. It takes 2 pieces to make the box. And I'm really trying to make sure I get the anchor kind of all over the place, because when you put the box together, you want to make sure that it is covered with your little decor. You can see here I'm only kind of focusing on stamping towards the top of the box, and the bottom of the box I'm not as concerned with. And then you need to take tear and tape adhesive and add it to the little tabby pieces and close those. You might notice I'm not folding on any of the score lines ahead of time. That's because I actually do not want this box to be folded over on the top. I'm going to use it open and put buttermints coming out the top of it. So I don't want the box to actually close. I want it to stay open. So, I wanted to also share buttermints I used recently to give to my friends when I went to Greece, and I am also using them for this party. I ordered a lot of them because they keep really well. They were packaged really cute in these little silver chevron packages, and I thought, man, I'm going to be able to use these for lots of different things. So since they were sitting on my desk, and I thought, perfect for Grandpa's party. And I linked to the buttermints in the description below the video, along with all the other supplies that I'm using today. So if you want to purchase any of the products you see here, you can do that, including purchasing those products on Amazon. I had somebody ask me recently, do I get any money when you purchase stuff on Amazon using one of my links? The simple answer to that is yes. I get a very small, we're talking cents, portion of that order, but it doesn't cost you any more money. It's called being an affiliate. So when you are an affiliate with a company, they basically, if you link to something and somebody purchases it using that link, you get a little kickback, you get a little money. So every few months I get like 20 or 30 bucks from Amazon when it adds up to enough that they deposit it in my account. So I appreciate it when you use my Amazon link, because I do get a little bit of money back from that. So that's always cool. Anyway, so here's the little trick for this box. On these little tabby corners, you want to fold them backwards and add adhesive to them. And so it's just the little corners right here on the tab of the box that has that little scallop looking piece. You're going to remove the backing, and then you're going to adhere that down to the other flap on the box. And then you can just push in on the bottom and it finishes the bottom of the box. And I'm sorry that this is kind of off camera, but I will tell you, it is so hard to get things lined up correctly without it being right under me. So I apologize, but that's just the scoop. I have to pull it towards me and look right over the top of it so I can get it lined up right. So that's the finished box piece. And then I had cut the number 96 out of Night of Navy cardstock using some old number dies. And I'm going to add those to the box for decoration and some stamping and a sentiment. I'm adding my letters my numbers like this, and then I'm going to draw a little line on the back of them so that I know where to put my glue. I don't want to put glue above the area that I want the numbers, because then I'm going to end up with a mess. So again, I'm sorry, kind of going off camera, but it's one of those projects where I'm not just going to be throwing this away. I'm actually using it for a party, so I want to make sure I get it right. So putting a little line there, and then I'll just add my glue below that line and know that that is the safe area to put the glue in. These numbers are the large number dies, and they were available, I don't know, I think a couple years ago, and they retired, but I kept them because I like having numbers and letters that are large to do exactly this kind of stuff with. So I personally will never be getting rid of my large letters or my large numbers, and I have petitioned Stampin' Up! To bring something like that back, because I think it's just such a valuable thing to have in your craft room. The thing is, you don't use them that often, actually, but when you need them, you need them. Okay, so then I'm going to use the itty bitty birthday set to stamp my happy birthday sentiment on Whisper White thick cardstock and punch it out using the classic label punch. So really quick, I don't have much time left, but I always love to include some sort of little story time, and we're not going to talk about my trip today because the stories are too long. But I do want to tell you about Grandpa. So he's turning 96 on Friday. This video, August 2nd. This video is going to air actually on my mom's birthday. My mom was born July 31st. So I feel a little bad actually that I'm not doing a video about Mom, but I made her birthday cards like a couple months ago, and I did a video on that. So don't worry, Mom, you have a video out there. They don't watch my YouTube videos, so I'm not too worried. But Grandpa's birthday's coming up. We're going to host it at my house. And so I thought it would be fun to create some favors and little decorations. I think I'm going to make him a really cool wreath that maybe has some like nautical stuff on it. I chose nautical just because he was in World War II and he was in the Navy. So frankly, it's not something he really likes to remember or talk about, but I always like to honor him in any way I can in his service to the U.S. He was in the service for 2 years during World War II and fought in the Pacific theater of the war. So that's very precious to me, and I want him to know he's honored for that. You can watch other videos from me by clicking either one you see here. Click on the circle with my face in it to subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. There's photos over on my blog at loveandstampin.com. Bye-bye.